Goldylocks Productions provides professional internet, TV, and radio shows in the spiritual and New Age genre.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Spiritual Insight Show. I am Reverend Tiffany White Sage Woman, and I am so happy to be with each and every one of you this evening, sitting in Sacred Circle. And wow, December already. Here we are. I mean, it just seemed like last week when it was Halloween, and here we are, December. Anyway, I'm sure a lot of you feel that way. But thank you so much for participating, whether it is live or you're going to be watching this show in the archives. We are all sitting in Sacred Circle together, and we're all giving and receiving the beautiful energies. And so just enjoy this next hour of healing and divine messages. And also, I encourage everyone to interact with each other as well. Love for you to interact with each other, and because I want this to be very, very interactive. So I would like for you to, if you would mind, comment, of course, leave your questions in the comments. Like this video, like the Goldylocks Productions page. And also share this video, share the show, get the word out. Thank you. Good evening, Julia. How are you, dear? Thank you so much for joining in this evening. Always a pleasure to have you. So, and with everyone. Okay, you can call in if you would like to call in. If that's the only way to listen, you can call in. The call-in number is 323-870-3791. Be sure to press 1. However, I would totally encourage all of you to participate in the live video show on Facebook in the Goldylocks Productions group page. Yeah, page. So, got tongue-tied there. So, welcome everyone. Oh, hey, Kristen, how you doing? Welcome everyone. It's coming in. Yay. And hello, Maureen. Hello, beautiful. How are you? Yay. All right, thank you, everyone. And I will be giving some messages this evening. I will be happy to pull cards for you as well. And I'm going to let you choose tonight what deck you want me to pull from. I have 2 to choose from. But before we get to that, I would like to start off with just, again, welcoming everyone. I did not have a show last Sunday due to we had a family, I wouldn't even really call it emergency. But we did find out on Christmas morning. Oh my gosh, I'm at Christmas already. No, on Thanksgiving, we found out on Thanksgiving that the previous night, one of my husband's or my mother-in-law's aunt had, my mother-in-law's sister, my husband's aunt, so our aunt had crossed over. Now, she had a very, very mom. She was in her 80s, so she had a really great life, great rich life, full of family and love. All right, so but it was just kind of like, oh, all right, so Thanksgiving weekend, and we didn't mind doing that, So last Sunday we were in New York, being with the family for the wake and taking care of all of that. So it was we got to do what we got to do for our families, and just to be there for our families with their grieving process. And it's, I don't say we get so used to it, but I've had so much death, experienced so much death in the family ever since I was a small child, that and then being able to see them and know that they're in a much better place and everything is fine. And most of them do attend their wakes and their funerals and their services, and to see them there and, hey, how you doing? Checking out and see who's coming or not, So, and they do, they do check it out. So, and that's okay because it's kind of like wrapping up and any unresolved issues. It's things that they're finalizing and closing before they make that total transition to the other side. So anyway, thank you, Maureen. Thank you. So it's sweet. So yes. So it just seems like that's why it's like a whole whirlwind. When I look back at November, we were in Texas for 5 days with my sister. We were in Austin. We were, and then back home. And then it's just, okay, and then in New York. And it was like, oh my gosh, such a crazy month. But it's okay. We got through. But I know that the holiday times really does kind of put people a little bit more active or social than they may want to be, especially empaths. And we're going to talk more about that in a little bit too, because we have to be careful and make sure that being empathic isn't used as an excuse either. We still always have to do our job in our work, which is checking ourselves, making sure we are honest with how we feel, what we're experiencing, and dealing with that. All right. So leaving something just undisciplined, unaddressed is not the way to go either. And definitely going from one extreme to the next, that's not helpful. So we'll talk more about that. What I like to do is start off first with an animal message. And I'm going to pull a card for the animal this time. Usually when I get the crystal and the animal message, I just sit down and visualize and have either the animal, the crystal, and the gemstone come to me. So I'm going to make this a little bit more visual. This is going to be fun. So I already have the crystal and the gemstone that did come to me, though, so I can show that to you. But I will pull a card for the animal spirit guide, the totem, for everyone. This is for everyone now. This one, what message do we need to hear? And the deck I am using is the messages from your animal spirit guides from Stephen Farmer. Love this deck. This is probably one of my, maybe the first 5 decks of cards that I got. Yeah, they were very good. Okay, so this is a card for everyone. A message for everyone. So, it's so cute. All right. Ladybug. Love it. This is a time of good fortune and abundance. So be willing to receive all good things in your life. Ladybug. It always reminds me of the Divine Mother, the Divine Feminine. Right? Ladybug. So this is a time of good fortune and abundance. So here we are. Full moon Sunday. Full moon in Gemini. However Gemini affects you. Full moon in Gemini. Mercury retrograde started today. Well, actually, the shadow part of it started before, but it goes into full effect today until the 23rd. So right at the holiday time, we're having this, but I don't want everyone to freak out about it. It's not so bad at all. This is a beautiful time for us to take care of our stuff, our inner workings, our understanding how we're feeling and dealing with it. And what better time than the holidays? I do believe we were in a Mercury retrograde last Christmas as well. So anyway, and then 12/12 is coming up, the energies of 12/12. So anyway, Ladybug reminding us really when I see this, anytime the Divine Feminine steps through, it's stay balanced, stay balanced. So that's for all of us. Isn't that beautiful? All right. And then the crystal and gemstone that came to me right before showtime is rose quartz. Rose quartz. Isn't that beautiful? Rose quartz. And rose quartz is known as the heart stone, of course, the sacred heart center, and it's for love. So this is actually perfect. I can see how it all weaves together, it really does, how the messages just come together. And the reason being is because we have to be true to ourselves during these times. We have to be gentle on ourselves, and we have to really get through this next month. We have to do a lot of self-exploration, honesty with ourselves, and some self-love. All right? So that's what we need to do, and that's what we talk about too in between the readings the messages that I give everyone this evening. So let me take a sip of water here. Ooh. All right. So it is very important. Of course, being around family always triggers something, doesn't it? It could be family, it could be friends, it could be just situations, business associates, or just anything. Anyone, any person, any situation can come up and just really make us, I don't want to say question things, but it can really make us do some more inner work, which is good. All right. Now, how it's bad is if we take offense to it immediately. So we can feel everything. Just be very sensitive. Empaths have a hard time with everything all the way around. Diet. We're very sensitive with diet. I need to tell you something funny. It's kind of funny, but it's not. I haven't had white sugar or sugar in a very long time. And I mean, if I get it in something that I'm consuming, okay, but I don't eat processed food, very much of it at all. I will tell you my weakness, though, is if I'm in a deli or we're getting dessert and we're out and about, and you never know what's in there. You know, it's probably not, unless you're in a vegan or vegetarian, or you know, it's a gluten-free, any type of dessert like that, a specialty dessert. But normally, if you're just in a regular place to eat, they might have desserts that are going to have some sugar. But I actually have, for the first time in a long time, some white sugar candy. You know, it's a Christmas. Oh, you know, the spice drops, the spice gumdrops. Oh my gosh, they were always so good. So I should have just taken one or two and be done with it. But I forgot how good they are. I'm like, oh, it's so delicious. I forgot how good these are. Eating a handful. About a half hour later, and this is all it takes. We can be that sensitive, and we are that sensitive. I'm like, I took crack or something. I mean, I was like zooming all around, like all this energy, and I'm like, uh-oh. I remember this all too well. My heart's beating really fast. I was like, the crash is going to really suck when that happens. And it did. When it did hit me later that night, crash and burn, I had a headache and everything. And I'm like, why did I do this? My sugar hangover. You know, like how if we drink too much, we're going to never do that again. So I was like, I'm never going to do that again. I promise. So I cannot handle sugar candy at all. But it just get carried away. So we shouldn't overindulge. I should have just one, two, or, you know, and it's delicious, and move on and drink lots of water to flush it out. But instead, I just kept on. Well, I guess we need to remind ourselves every once in a while, you know, no, don't do that. But we're very sensitive that way. We're very sensitive with the words and the things that we tell each other, not just each other, but even ourselves. What's that inner dialogue like? What's going on there? We have to be very careful with the words that we speak to ourselves. So sound healing, we all know about sound healing and how powerful that is. Well, words and notes, especially when you sing a song, is a type of the sound healing, right? Right? So how about we watch our words? Because it can be, especially if we start repeating it like a song, is it a good song? Is it a bad song? And we have to be careful with that. The song that we are saying to ourselves, the words that we're putting out there to everyone else, because it's definitely a vibration. How many of the, if you're not careful, it's good. I always believe you got to vent. You've got to vent. If somebody pisses you off and it's life, it's going to happen. Vent, get it over with, and move on. When you stay stuck in it, and then you start complaining about it, and then you start, complaining about it every day, and you can't let it go and move forward, then no one wants to hear that. You're going to start to see friends kind of like back off and go, man, this again? Man, get over it. I don't want to hear this again. Just stop. You got to let it go. So it's okay if things happen that upset you. Let's just take care of it in a timely fashion. And it's different for everyone and what timely fashion is. But just don't let it get, beyond 3 days, beyond 7 days. Then you got to be careful. Most definitely do not let it get to the 6 to 8 week mark, because then you've developed a habit of being off balance. And that's never good, is it? So let's remind ourselves, and that's what it is. We're constantly checking balances, checking ourselves, right? Checking ourselves. All right, so I'm going to pull cards for everyone who wants it. But I need you to let me know what deck. I'm going to use 2 decks tonight. The first one that we've already pulled from is the messages from your animal spirit guides from Stephen Farmer. So let me know what deck you want and then your question. So if you want the animal deck or if you want the angel deck I've used before, Diana Cooper's angel deck. So start typing away in those comments which deck you want. Put animal totem, animals, or put angels and then your question and your. And there we go. Good evening, Christine. How are you? So thank you for joining. So everyone, you can go ahead and put that in the comments, which deck you would like. Animal deck. I'll pull a card for you. Now, of course, I'm going to first tune in and get the messages from the angels and guides. And then I always like to pull a card because this is very visual for you to see. And to validate the message, you can back it up with the animals or with the angels. Okay, so we have our first question here. Julia, she wants the animal card. What does Spirit want me to know? Ooh, that's a good one, Julia. All right, so here we go. What does Spirit want Julia to know? And then we're going to bring it forward for her via her spirit animal guide, checking to see what other what I hear from the angels and the guides is you now know what you have to do. Don't drag your feet and let's get going. But let's see what the animals say too. So yeah. All right. Here we go. And you get Mercat. Get support from a trusted group of like-minded friends. Mercat. Now, I'd actually like to say instead of like-minded, like-hearted. Get support from some like-hearted friends. And here's the thing for you, Julia, is that you may not feel like you have a big support system around you now. You do. You have a lot of support system with your angels and your guides. All right. Because you need to make some changes in your life. You know this. Make a major move. And where you're moving to is going to be this great network, this great support of like-hearted people. And the Mercat will help you to, let's go. Let's get this going, okay? So I hope you like that. I hope that helps you. So, just reading the comments here. Oh, hi, Chris. How are you doing, sweetie? Thanks for tuning in. All right. So it's either, I'm sorry if it's Kristen or Christine. I'm sorry if I mispronounced your name. All right, animal card. When do you see me moving? All right, so I'm tuning in for that. Please. Animal. Okay. All right. What I'm hearing is springtime. All right. I'm hearing springtime for a move. And what I get card. Now, this is the message now from your animal guide. One of your animal guides is dog. Your loyalty and faithfulness is misplaced by serving too many masters. Too many masters, serving too many masters right now. So you feel pulled in all directions, which is how I felt your energy too. It's kind of like, so the focus. And it feels like you have to take care of people, or you have to take care of something before you move. So yes, wrap up business is what I'm hearing. Wrap up the things that you need to do before you move. But the move, you have to put yourself first. You really do. Your needs. You have to put your needs first, and make this move happen in the springtime. Because if not, I can see it can linger to then you really don't want to go into August or even next fall, because by then you might miss out on a place to live that you really would like to live. Okay. So you might miss out on being in a place that's really abundant for you. All right. So, here we go. I'm going through the questions here. All right. So those who are just tuning in and you would like for me to pull a card for you, please. That you would like for me to pull a card for. I'm going to, there's 2 decks to choose from. Of course, the angels and the guides, you can get a message anyway. You could use an animal deck. I could pull from the animal deck or an angel deck. So that's why when you see in the comments, people are going angel or animal. Okay. So just let me know which one you would like. So we're going to, Maureen now, angel deck. Oh, when will the end of my, I know what you're talking about here. Okay. When will the end of my son's, let me see the rest of the question. Here we go. When will the end of my son's case be? When? This has actually gone on for so much longer than it's supposed to, because as soon as I'm just going to tell you, Maureen, what I'm getting here. All right. As soon as it seems like it gets to this point, there's like a changing of someone in charge. There's like, or more people get their hands in it, and then things get shook up all over again. And it's like, okay, they're trying to be very thorough and making sure that everything is just so, but there can get you a point to where it's overkill. And it's wow, it should have been wrapped up by the end of this year. 6 months, it's got to be most definitely wrapped up by the end of next year. But I feel there's going to be some major progress in the next 6 months. Yeah. For where you feel like it's final. Then here's the thing, Maureen. You've got to make sure it's final and let it go when it's done. And my personal concern as your friend, and I love you so much, is that we get stuck in that go survival. I need the answers. That when you do get it, and when they say we're done, honor that. Don't mistrust it and keep pushing. All right. And the angel I pulled for you is Sun. So your guidance is to take time to enjoy yourself, relax, and find your sense of humor, and treat things lightly. Fun brings lightness of spirit, and the most difficult situation can be eased if you see the funny side of things. So cultivate a sense of the ridiculous. You've been so focused on such a serious emotional situation. There's no balance. Where's the fun? Don't feel guilty for having fun. You need to have that. How can you bring play, laughter, and fun into your social life, your relationships, and your work life? When you have fun, the angels rejoice, for there is nothing they love more than joy, playfulness, humor, and laughter. So an affirmation for you, Maureen, is I lighten up and make everything fun. Let's everybody say that. That's good for everybody. And I'd like for you to say it 3 times, always an affirmation. I feel like let's seal it 3 times. Here we go. I lighten up and make everything fun. And one more time. I lighten up and make everything fun. We have to learn to laugh at ourselves. We have to learn to laugh at even a serious situation. Doesn't mean you're psycho or crazy. You're trying to balance your emotions. You're trying to take yourself to that place of balance. All right. So I leave that with you, Maureen. Love and peace. And I'm going to read comments from here. Julia, I've been searching the states, North Carolina. Yes, there we go. South Carolina, trying to narrow down the city. Very good. Feel it, Julia. Use your intuition because you are very intuitive. Feel it out. What I'm seeing is northern South Carolina, right on the North Carolina border. So you could actually live, because I feel the energy stronger in North South Carolina, but you'll be going into southern North Carolina a lot, crossing that border. And so your social network is going to grow from northern South Carolina to southern North Carolina. Did I say that right? From northern South Carolina to southern North Carolina. Yeah. Oh my goodness. North, south. Anyway, between those two, right around that border area, you're going to have a nice social network. But I do feel like it's the right house and the right place for you to live. And I do see a house. It's a small house that you could rent out in South Carolina. And eventually you will be owning it. Time-wise, sometimes I can see too far ahead. It could be 2-3 years. So I'm not meaning immediate, but it's something to work with. The most important thing, Julia, is just to get there. Get there! But I know. Okay, so, see, look, thank you so much. I love the feedback. Another, Chris is giving you an idea, Julia, that Cary, North Carolina is a good place, so check that out. All right. Okay. Thank you so much. I understand. I'm just the messenger. I don't have to understand. I'm just going to say it. All right. And that's so even when we get stuff for ourselves, we have to be careful not to twist it. It's easy for others, but when it's for ourselves, sometimes we do twist it, don't we? All right. Now, Chris. Yay. All right. Chris, you want me to pull a card for you, an angel deck? Okay. Yeah. And Chris, you should know this is Diana Cooper's angel deck. I know you're familiar with her as well. Okay. So Diana Cooper, an angel for Chris. Chris, one of the very first strong things that comes through before I even pull the card is from the angels and the guides is keep being the love and light that you are. Would love to have you step more into your power. Watch with the self dialogue and the language you tell ourselves that holds you back, because you're very, very beautiful, soul inside and out, and you have so much to share with everyone. Even if you feel like you're in a place that stifles your growth, no. Okay. All right. So the angel card for you is celebration. It is a time for you to look for the joy, the delight, and wonder in every day and rejoice in it. Okay, this is another one with joy and happiness, right? When we celebrate the passing events and transitions of life, it is our way of giving thanks, and the angels delight with us. Whenever possible, celebrate with others. And then great energy is raised, which attracts many angels drawn to the laughter and lightness. And your loved ones are drawn to that too. To add their blessings. It will bond you happily with others. Angel wisdom reminds you to celebrate and honor all things, large or small, in your life. Find something to celebrate now. Your affirmation, Chris, 3 times. My life is a celebration. I think we should all say everyone's affirmation. My life is a celebration. One more time. My life is a celebration. Especially around this time. I know people's like, oh, it's not always happy. True it is, but don't shove your negativity down my throat either. Let's stay balanced, people. I understand. No family is perfect. We all have that one or two or several people that's like, oh, we don't, want to deal with that family social events. But it's the time, let's honor our ancestors. Let's honor the family. And as long as there's no physical abuse going on, all right, come on, no. But I'm talking about just, and I know with a lot of families, sometimes the mental can be just as bad. But if we give people our power, they'll get under our skin. And we will end up fighting, reacting, having words or whatever. So when this happens in a family event or family affair, a get together, celebration type of thing, we've lowered the vibration. So someone has to take the high road. Somebody has to, you know what? This isn't the time for it. Let's just agree to disagree and move on. All right? And just enjoy the time together. And listen to each other. Even if you have that one relative, I swear, that repeats the stories over and over and over, and you're like, I've already heard this. You're telling the story that's happened over and over. And I'm talking about, like, did I tell you about the time that, there's so many generations and new generations, and as they grow up, this is how tradition is handed down in a family, is through storytelling. So let's honor, take the time, put the phones down, put the cell phones and tablets when you're with the family, and enjoy conversation. You might learn something about your own family that you never knew before. We're learning all the time, and you're never too old to learn. Like I said, last November, was like, I call ancestor time, for me, because I learned some things, and going to Texas in supporting and helping other family members. I learned some things that I didn't know, didn't realize. And it was great. It was wonderful. And what an example. Okay. So it's very easy for us to make excuses and not want to be supportive of, especially if we have to take a trip for a family member or for friends or whatever. But if they really, we have to do, I feel maybe it's just that we should be supportive of a family and show them how special they are. Because my mother, my dad, both dads, I have a bonus dad, my grandparents, everyone's on the other side. So you learn to treasure the time here a little bit more than anyone else, maybe, right? So it's sure we're going to go and spend some time, and you get to learn some things. Oh, you know what? Did this happened? And when you were little, or this happened when you were growing up. This is the story your dad said. And I was like, wow, that's really cool. This is really great. And I think one of the biggest shocks for me was to receive some really nice hand-me-downs in the family that came from my grandparents, because I didn't have anything from them. And so to receive such treasures, to me, they're very much treasures. And so I was like, yay. But you learn more things too, because I had no idea. And what thing? I won't go into it too much. I'm looking at the comments. Get there, yes. Oh, yeah, Charlotte, North Carolina, right. Thank you, Chris. Appreciate it. See, I love this. Help each other. Help each other. One of the things, okay, so I go and see my sister. We have such a huge family with my biological dad was married 4 times. So there's a lot of kids in there. There's a lot of brothers and sisters. I don't like half, saying half, using the words half or step, and they're either they're family or they're not. They don't have to be blood. All right. And so, so I had no idea. One of the things I received was and I call my grandpop's Navy uniform. And I didn't know that still existed. I wasn't even 100% sure he was really in the Navy. But I knew that he had to be doing something because of where he was stationed. And because that's where my dad was born, was where they were stationed. So it was like, okay, something happened, but I'm not too sure. So I was able to have some blanks filled in for me and to, wow, this is really great. Let's take the time. When we're giving of our time, it's that receiving of love back, or maybe just some information that was missing, right? Missing. So I'm reading the response from Maureen now. Reading some of the responses. Yes, when it gets close, it takes a turn. It does. It's just like, nope. But that keeps you in that perpetual state. And you need to not let it keep you in that perpetual state. Okay, sweetie? Everything is absolutely justice. I already hear justice is being served. And just wait for that grand finale. All right. Yes, my life is a celebration. I love it. So, so all right, great. Thank you. But I know what you're thinking of, spot on. Yes. Lots of repeats. That's funny, Chris. Oh, thank you. Okay. So, what else do we have? Any other comments? Like I said, just please feel free to comment, like, and share. And even if you're watching this on archives, if you're the next time you're on Facebook, you can like the Goldylocks Productions page. I also have my other business, or the business, the main one is Goldylocks Temple of Healing. But if you find me on Facebook, then you can like all my pages. So it's and just contact me. So there you go. Your shows, do more of them. Oh, you're sweet. I try. All right. So let me see. Amla, love the show. Exactly. Eye contact. Talk with your loved ones. Communicate effectively. Life is now. Absolutely. And that's important. Like I said, with this technology, put the phones down, put all this stuff down, and have conversation with your family. So I'm not going to give my age, but you're just never too, I don't even want to say old. You can just, you're always learning things about maybe some of your family members, even yourself. You're learning things about yourself. Don't we do that? It's always, it's self-exploration all the time. So just make time for others. Like I said, put the devices down. Even, when we do this too much, are we so distracted? Pay attention to the people around you, even in public. And I know, again, some of the empaths, oh my gosh, I'm feeling this person, but we should always make sure that we're protecting ourselves before we leave our homes, making sure that, all right, I'm protected by my angels, by my dragons, by my unicorns, by whatever animal you want for protection. I am protected. All right. And then always know what you're feeling and what's not. So I'm around somebody and I suddenly feel very sad, but I can't identify it as my own. It's not my own. It's somebody else's. Oh, I'm picking up something. Oh, we gotta leave. Gotta leave. Gotta go. Gotta step aside. Or, get what I need and then get out. Like at huge places, whether it's shopping or whatever. But we do have to survive, as far as we should try to make an attempt to get out, not be a hermit. So we do have to have these boundaries put into place, right? And for protection. But again, like I said, it's be careful, like I said, with the empaths, because what I'm finding in some people's posts and social media is that empaths are the first one to get offended by things. Not always empaths, but I'm just saying a majority of them are. And they get offended because, oh, you said this, or you did this and this and this. I'm empathic too. And we can sit here and get into this, ooh, who's offended over what? But how's that going to help? We're both in quicksand. Who's going to get us out? So always try to reach for that upper vibration. Try to stay in the upper vibration. Try to concentrate on, what? Maybe I'm feeling them. And yes, I'm feeling myself and feeling them. But the thing is that if everyone works on themselves, no one's going to be offended. Right? If someone talks to you in a way you don't like, just leave the situation. That's all you need to. It's, really, I don't want to say it's so simple solutions, because we all get caught up in things from time to time. All right. So, but it's just catching yourself. I want you to notice any of the changes, notice what's yours, and notice what's not. All right. And what's not yours, don't hold on to it. Get rid of it. How do you get rid of it? The thing that I like to do, I get rid of, is I push it out. Imagine just pushing it all out of my body, head to toe, out of my aura, it leaving. I think of it as like a fireball, and it's leaving. All right. And then I have my dragon. My dragon's name is Sophia. I have Sophia take it for me and dispose of it properly. And when I say when nature disposes, they make it balanced. They don't eliminate. They transition that energy into something else, to a more complete and balanced energy. All right. But if we just release and we're not conscious of where it's going, it can go anywhere. It can ricochet. It can go somewhere else. It can come back. This is why we have to fully make sure that it's a release. And I don't like to say release and destroy, but release and transform. Let's release it, transform it. And there you go. It's gone. It can't hurt anyone else when you do that. And that's what you want to be conscious of, is the harm none, right? Hello, Sarah. How are you? All right. So still have plenty of time if someone would like to ask a question and you want a card pulled. And again, Sarah, and for those of you who are coming in a little later, you're put in which deck you would like for me to pull the card from, either an animal deck, animal totems, or an angel from the angel deck. So either say animal or angel, and then your question. Okay. And I'll be happy to tune in to the angels and guides and get your message first. And then I always like to pull a card just so you can see it. Very visual, right? As a validation, it's great. Great to know that we have so many helpers ready for us. We have nature spirits. We have that the earth is a living being, and we're all connected. And it's just when you see this beautiful energetic connection, it should just really expand who you are, and energetically, not physical size. All right. So energetic expansion. I am multi-dimensional. Well, I would like to also make sure if you would like to get in touch with me, contact me through my website, whitesagewoman.com. You can contact me here through Facebook. The only thing is that sometimes the app doesn't always work on my phone, so it might not be as immediate. So you can email me. You can contact me, like I said, through my website, or you could text me, and I will be happy to get back with you. Okay, so. Oh, hello, James. How are you? Can you pull the card from the animal deck? Absolutely. How you been, James? All right. So let me pull a card for James here, who's also a very good psychic medium, by the way. All right. So pulling a card for James. What message do we have for James? James. I hope you're not all work and no play. So, all right. There we go for James. And the animal that you get. Wow, these cards are really thick. Come on. Let me just. There. Okay. This is your card. Is the platypus. Stop complaining and focus your attention on the blessings in your life. Now, it doesn't mean that you're a complainer. It just wants you to focus more on the blessings in your life. The first thing I was getting was, are you working too much? Because when you work too much, we feel like that's all there is, right? And we forget the celebrations of life. We forget the joy of life. We forget the balance. So let's get back to balance. Platypus reminds us of that. Focus on the blessings in your life. You do have a lot of blessings in your life. And we one of the biggest things, oh, really what? Pay attention to what's around you. Start blessing. Go outside and take deep breaths and bless your existence. Bless your life, or be grateful for your life. Go back inside. Bless. Be grateful for the roof over your head. Be grateful for your car. Be grateful for your job. Be grateful for, we just go through this gratitude of grateful for everything. Grateful for running water. Grateful for water. Grateful for heat, AC, whatever. All right. It's just go to that state of gratitude and start naming everything. And I tell people to touch every knick-knack, touch and say, thank you, I'm grateful. I tell you, you'll get bored. Not that you're not grateful anymore, but after doing that for like 5-10 minutes, you go like, I don't have time to sit here and do everything. But it makes you open your eyes and realize that we do have so much around us to be grateful for, not just material things. All right. But that we have so much to be grateful for. And that really does help us to put things back into balance, back into focus. Okay? So do that and see where you come out with that. All right. So, and thank you so much, James, for watching and sitting in Sacred Circle. I'm so very excited because I know you're a very busy man. And I really hope that you are going to expos. Because the message is do as many expos and that you can. Get out there, psychic fairs, expos, get out there and most definitely put yourself out there and share your love and light because you're very, very gifted psychic medium yourself. All right? Okay. Just don't doubt anything you get for yourself. All right, so Sarah, pull an angel card for you. Sarah here. All right. All right, Sarah. So you get clarity. Clarity. So the angel wisdom reminds you that a busy, cluttered mind, worries too much, is a sick one, and a still, clear mind is a divine one. So allow the wisdom in your heart to radiate out. Remember, I always like to say, think that you're a lighthouse, visualize you're a lighthouse, and that the light from your heart is radiating out and dissolve the chatter in your mind. Know that the angel has drawn this to your attention and is waiting to help you in your task. Sit quietly so that you can find the stillness within. Then you can shine a pure, clear light out into every area of your life. In the clarity of this light, the angels will reveal a new way of being. You will see things differently and be able to make decisions from strength and clarity. Your affirmation: my mind is quiet, still, and clear. My mind is quiet, still, and clear. And one more time. My mind is quiet, still, and clear. Now, I do want to say something else too that I hope that helps you, Sarah, dear. Thank you so much. There are certain family members that you can't include, like in the celebrations. All right, there's some people, if they are just so venomous, do not risk any physical, mind, body, and soul pain by forcing yourself to be with them just because it's the holidays. If there is already this protective boundary, or I don't want to say you cut family out, or you just keeping them at a distance, you have to continue to do that. All right. Because then we're constantly reminded, it's kind of like, oh, I'm just going to OD on some sugar, and the effects of it could be worse than anything. So let's not romanticize as we watch these Hallmark Lifetime type of Christmas movies and go, oh, maybe I should contact so-and-so. You're quickly reminded why you don't talk to that particular person. So, it's okay. And like I said, family's not always blood. It is not always friend. It's not always blood is what I mean. So it can be close friends. It could be to just be around those that you connect with heart to heart. Okay? And so, all right. Yes, that is my life right now. Oh, good. Thank you. Good. Wonderful, James. Glad to hear that. Okay. Melissa, can you please tell my soulmate I miss him? I could, but he doesn't want to hear from me. He wants to hear from you. He does hear you. Talk to him. Continue to talk to him. He hears you. All right? And, just continue talking to him. Everyone grieves differently or has a different process of grieving. So just be gentle with yourself, but don't get stuck there. And you will be able to and when you're in this joyful celebration of, I'm grateful for the time that we have together, that we had in a physical form. And then guess what's going to happen as you become open to receive this and you expand multidimensionally, you'll realize that you still are together. It's just in a different situation. The energy's different, but you're still together. Keep talking to him. He hears you, and you will be able to get messages as well. All right? So good. Glad you tell him all the time. Continue to do so. All right? It's very important. And he'll communicate with you as well. I'm trying to see what he leaves for you. Keep seeing a star. I don't know if that means anything to you or to him. Look at the stars, but a star shape. I don't know if that symbolism means anything to you, but it's a star. And it's a star shining bright. So I hope that helps you. All right. So Julia, can you talk about heart healing from past relationships sometime? Absolutely. And Absolutely. We can do that because I know we only got 6 minutes left here. But this is a great time, even this time. Past relationships, heart healing, pulling away. Maybe situations you're changing too, as far as, so the holiday time, maybe your family dynamics have changed, right? Maybe you're no longer with somebody that you had celebrated with for a long time. Whether it is a relationship, that you've gone your separate ways, or if anything can happen to change that aspect of, kind of like, I miss a loved one that's crossed over, or any of these types of things. It took me a long time to enjoy Christmas again after my mom had crossed over, even though I had kids, and it was fun to, because she always makes it such a beautiful, beautiful time. And I had to allow myself to grieve and not stay there. And then it's just like, you know what, I'm grateful. And then was able to turn that around and then create new experiences, maybe some new traditions, maybe something, but is able to not allow it to block. If we hang on to past pains, it blocks us from enjoying something new. And some people say, yeah, but if I protect myself, I don't have to ever get hurt again. Guess what? We're all living beings. Hurt is part of life, but guess what? So is the flip side of hurt. So is joy and celebration, and being hurt is okay. We need that in our life. We don't need an overabundance of it. Excuse me. Sorry. Sneeze. Let's see if I do it again. I usually sneeze several times. Okay, got it. Woo! Sorry about that. Healing is every day, Julia. It is an everyday occurrence. It's an everyday thing that we go through. And I find that healing from any type of situations is very necessary, and we have to do it on a daily basis. Affirmations are powerful. This is why I help share that with y'all. Is just say it every day to help you, whatever you need to do to reprogram your mind, to help your heart so that you can heal. Excuse me, sorry about that, but okay. Didn't really want, it's not running down my nose or the show. So, sorry. Okay. So, and even the past relationships cannot just not symbolize only just past relationships with others, but even past relationships of ourselves. If you're a new person, I'm a new person now, and I didn't like the old person, don't totally push that aside or disown. All right. Yes, we all change, evolve, and expand. Be grateful for all the experiences, the good, bad, and ugly, because it's helped to make you who you are right now. All right. And, and just be grateful for that. We have to watch our mind from going, oh, I wasted so much time. Oh, stop the mind chatter. Stop it. Didn't waste time. Julia, you're so young. You've got lots of life left, right? Go have fun. All right. Make this about you now. All right. Thank you. I miss him. Beyond belief, Melissa. Yes.
90 seconds.
I know you do. You do. And, yeah. I feel you. I do. And he feels you. He doesn't want you to be sad. He wants you to be happy, but he also knows that you have to go through a grieving process as well. All right. So Anthony, I didn't forget about you. I'm going to quickly pull. Oh, look at the time. But it doesn't matter. I know the show producer. Okay. I'll pull the card for you from the angel deck, Anthony. Okay. A message for Anthony. Let's see. And it gets this. Power. You get a power card, Anthony. Power. You are reminded that your essence is divine, so let no one diminish you. You know what? I really feel, Anthony, that this is for everyone. So here we go. You are reminded that your essence is divine, so let no one diminish you. When you feel totally serene and at peace, you are powerful, for no one can upset or influence you. All right? Your angel guidance is to find your still, quiet center, then heal your anger, purify your emotions, rely on your own judgment, and make your own decisions from that sacred heart center. It serves your spiritual growth to take responsibility for your life. So stand on your own feet and be strong. True power is based on inner strength, self-worth, and confidence. So claim your power today. So here we go. Here is the affirmation. Repeat 3 times. I am serene, powerful, and confident. I am serene, powerful, and confident. And I am serene, powerful, and confident. Isn't that beautiful? I think that wraps up everything for everybody, and most definitely for you too, Anthony. Step in your power. Don't let anyone else try to hold you under their thumb. Okay? You are who you are. You are an individual. You are a unique individual. You are your own person. So don't let anyone try to let you think you're less than that. All right? So thank you everyone so much for joining in. Thank you. Bless you. Bless each and every one of you. Thank you, Julia. Thank you, Kristen. Thank you so much. Thank you all. And I just am, my heart is overwhelmed with joy. With joy! Yay! Thank you, and see you all again. Yes, next week, next Sunday, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. You know where to find me. I'll be right back here. And if there is a topic that you would like for me to go over in great detail, or maybe try to get a specific questions of what you would like for me to have the angels and guides discuss and we'll talk about, then please message me, email me, let me know, and I'll be happy to talk about that. So thank you everyone for tuning in, and many blessings to each and every one of you. May the obstacles to your flight be few, and the blessings along your journey be many. Namaste.